Hi everyone. Once again, you're welcome to my channel. Today, I want to share with you about 20 business strategies you can apply in this 2024 to skyrocket your business. These strategies were extracted from the BBC documentary of TB Joshua's episode. I took my time to go through the three documentaries, and I must confess to you, it was a great learning experience for me. If you're in the business world, if you're an entrepreneur, or you're really serious about your business, I want to share with you 20 business strategies you can apply in order to skyrocket your business this 2024. So let's immediately go into the learning program. All right. First of all, I want to start with one, which is about the name of his church. I remember my mentor then when I was learning about writing my ebook, he talked about the name very importantly, that the name should be very captivating. It should explain your idea in one sentence. The people will see the name and they'll be intrigued. And that was what he did. The name said Synagogue Church of All Nations. So it wasn't just a Nigerian idea, but rather he has a wide horizon of people he wants to incorporate into his church. And so he started from the name. Then the next thing he did was he had a master plan. He had a way of going around his plan. He was a master planner and he was an executor. He had everything figured out and it took him years. I was just I was just so fascinated about how patient he was to nurse that dream. Many of us, when we plan something, we just wanted it immediately. But him, he took his time. He started from a little beginning. I remember that place in the clip where he said, "Today we start the Synagogue Church of All Nations," and they were shouting Amen. It was like on the water set that they were, and it was just a you know kind of something that it is a makeshift structure that they just did, and they were there, and he told them about the vision that one day they're going to expand, they're going to be big and large, and they were like saying Amen. So he had a plan for that, and he executed his plan perfectly. That's point number two. So point number three is that he had a target audience in mind. His target audience wasn't even Nigerians. His main target audience was the Western and the first world countries. That was his target audience. So he had a way to get them. When you get the whites, getting your fellow people will not be easy. Will not be difficult rather. So his target audience was the whites, but he used the black, meaning the Nigerians, as his foot soldiers. He told them his plan, especially his inner caucus. He told them the plans on how they can go about it, and before you know, it was easy to achieve. So the fourth point I want to pick out there is that he had a unique selling proposition, USP. He had something that will stand him out. He has his miracles to stand him out. And according to them, most of them were stage managed. They were doctored. He showed us the processes and all that. So he had a unique selling point. He knows that this is what people want to hear. That's what people want to see. And he went for that. Another striking thing I noticed about that documentary is this. Now, when the foreigners comes to his church, when they want to leave, he gives them 200 videos. Then it was VHS. There wasn't something like this or YouTube now. He will give them 200 VHS for them to go back to their city or their country with. And when they go back, they start watching this thing to reprogram their mind. Yes, to always be in their mind 24/7. And when I watched the video, in the early beginnings, he had TVs everywhere. Now it was plasma, then it was this tube, this cathode ray tubes, CROT TVs. So he had them placed on wooden chairs everywhere. I was like, wow. He had the vision so clear. The vision was so clear. So wherever you are, irrespective of the crowd, you'll be able to see him perform those miracles. They wired everything. You can see him from where you are to get a clear picture of what he's doing. So the programming was so massive. Okay, the fifth one, which was he instructed the cameraman to record everything. That one stood out for me. Record your processes. Whatever you're doing, film it, video it, record it. Whether it's good, record. Whether it's bad, record. Just keep them. Let it be a track record for you. A time will come, you have to refer to those things that, oh, I remember this day. You run down memory lane to draw a lesson, to draw strength, to draw inspiration. So he said he recorded everything. That was very striking. I really learned that one very well. Like, wow. So anything you're doing, document it. Any idea that comes, document it. Any of your processes, document it. Your behind the scene. People want to see that behind the scene. People want to see what is happening behind. Don't always show them the good part. Don't always show them the positive part. Sometimes you show them how you ran lost this year, how you tried to run an ad and it didn't turn out well, you lost money, is part of business. They learn from there because most people they are also going through these things, but they never knew that, oh, someone out there has also gone through it and they don't know, they will like feel downhearted. But when they now read your story or see your videos that, oh, at a point this person I'm even admiring went through this stage, so that means I will still come out of it and I will still be strong, so try as much as possible to document your process. So the next point, which was the sixth one, is that he gave them offers. He gave them gifts like bonuses, not really offers. He gave them bonuses. And what are those bonuses? I mean, his target audience, he gave them bonuses. So if you're a salesperson, always try to look for a way to make your offer irresistible by giving your clients bonuses. What they didn't bargain for, just add it to their package and it will speak well for you. And it's there to write your name in their hearts, put your name in their memory. Every time they are seeing that thing, they're always looking at you. And what were those things he did? He gave them videos. I heard somebody saying that when the foreigners are going, he will give them 200 videos. And what are contained in that video? His USP, his unique selling proposition, which is his miracles. When they go there, they'll be watching. And from one of his disciples, I can't really pick out her name. She said she saw those videos when one of those visitors came back to their country. They slotted in those videos and she saw the video, and that was what made her decide to come to Nigeria. And she came and lived for almost 14 years with him there. So now that video is what brought the lady down here. If he hasn't added that video, maybe with time, everybody would have forgotten about the trip and all that, and that is it. It will just go that way. Okay. So I also listened to one place where the interviewer was asking him, "Why do you record?" So he actually knew that they would ask him that question, and he already had a planned answer for them. And he told them, if Jesus's deeds were not recorded, how are you going to know that he's the same yesterday, today, and forever? I was like, wow, wow. So that means he had everything figured out. He knew that this question is going to come out. Even when the agoma of a guy was asking him that, sir, this investment we are doing into this video is really huge. You're really putting in everything we've gotten into this video. He said, you think I don't know what I'm doing? So that means he knows what he's doing. So he puts in all the money back into videos because he knows that in due season he's going to reap. So now this 2024, I don't know if you're camera shy. If you're camera shy, I am the chief of camera shy ladies. I used to be very scared of the camera, but man, see, you need to come out. The world needs to see you. There is a gift in you. There is something in you that the world is looking for. There is something that God deposited in you that somebody needs to see, somebody needs to hear, somebody needs to feel from your voice, from your face, from your lips is there, from your vibes, the way you dress, the way everything about you is special. No one can be like you. There is that vibe in you that the world needs to see. So if you're shy, you're preventing the gift of God from manifesting. Don't be shy. Come out there. Put out those contents. Put out those videos. Tell the world that if you can't sell anything, you don't have any product, sell yourself. Me, for one, I talk about parenting. I talk about how I parent my children. I talk about my personal life, Christian life, my business life. I sell myself. You are the first product. Don't be deceived that, oh, I don't have a product. You are the first product. Wrap up, like my coach usually used to say, your life alone is a product. Wrap up a book around that your life, that area of your specialty. Wrap up a book around it and sell it. That's your product. I wrote a book titled The Financial Woman because I've spent 10 years in the banking sector. I've gone through a lot of things, the good, the bad, the ugly. So out of those things, I picked out the financial lessons that women can learn from, and I put it out there into a book called The Financial Woman. and I have a product today. Okay. So I also offer a lot of things. I put out advice for parents. I'm in a group for parenting children. I contribute my ideas. That's what makes life meaningful. So you have a product, okay, and you are the product yourself. So sell yourself. So he found a way around it to sell himself to the world. He even visited a lot of leaders, African leaders, Western leaders. He got their endorsements. He made sure that they speak good about him and they prophesy that, oh, he is the man of God from heaven. Imagine that endorsement, your president giving an endorsement to someone. You will fall line hook and sinker. So whatever you've done, you can ask for endorsements. Yes, you can ask people reviews. That's for reviews. What do you say about me? What your encounter with me? What has it gone? The slight discussion we had, how far? The product I gave you, did you use it? Let them give you a review of yourself. Document those reviews because you're gonna need them. Okay, see how he used it judiciously. He made a public show that, oh, this president endorsed me. This president. So what do you want to say? Even your president confirmed that I'm the Jesus from heaven. So he had an endorsement. Then the seventh point I have for you is that he built team of disciples. Yes, that may where is that my book? Of recent I've been reviewing this book, The Leadership Secret of Jesus by Mike Murdock. I've been reading this book since January, and to be very sincere with you, even Jesus knew that he could not do the job alone. He had to recruit 12 disciples. Yes, and he took his time to teach them everything he needed, his plan, everything. In fact, this guy was like, I am next in command to Jesus. I was just laughing. Everything Jesus did, he replicated it. He has disciples. Jesus had 12 disciples who will carry on his task even when he has died. But where he failed, I think where TB Joshua failed was that even when he did those things he did, he never put like he never thought of the plan of his disciples taking after him when he has died. So I think that was where Jesus will always remain supreme. Yes, he planned everything out, but immediately after he died, power shifted hands, disciples scattered, and they started, giving out informations. You understand? So, but the good part of it, which we are picking, is that he had a team. He has a team. He didn't work alone. So this 2024, you too should not work alone. Collaborate. Collaborate with people. Don't go and be envying people and be saying, ah, God, when? Oh, God, when? Ah, don't wait for God, when? Collaborate with that person. Ask him or her, please, can you come over and talk to my audience? Can we strike a deal together? Like this January is just even today is just the 9th of January, but I've had some deals. People have been reaching out to me. Let's collaborate. I have like two solid ones I've said yes to already. So you collaborate. You can't do it alone. A tree cannot make a forest. So that idea you have, someone had another. I think I've even done three deals. Yes, I collaborated with three. Did I say three? I've had a lot, but I've said yes to two already. So you have to collaborate. Get a team. Work with a team. Everybody puts in their inputs, and together you put make up a fine unit. It's better you earn 1% from the effort of everybody than you making any 100% from just your effort. Remember, you're not a robot. You're gonna break down when you're not around, things will not function well. And that's why there's always a team, even in a football field. When one person is, another person will substitute the team so that there's no breaking down. So you need to learn to work with team. I'm open to collaborate with anybody who has something valuable to offer. I'm open to collaboration. That is the only way you can grow. You can't do it alone. You don't have all the knowledge, you don't have everything. Yes, in as much as we strive to be a better version of ourselves, we too can collaborate with people and bring out a fine finished product that people will love. Okay, that's collaboration. So the next point, which is the point 8, is that he invested back his earnings into the business. He invested, according to one of the clip I watched, he said he invested 90% of his earnings back into videos. And the argument of the guy was like, ah, sir, this much. He said, oh, do you think I don't know what I'm doing? Imagine that. So 90% of his earnings, he put it back. So you that will earn 100,000 and you are happy that, hey, I have arrived, though, you go and squander the 90,000, believing that tomorrow it will come in again. It's not done that way. As you're getting your income, invest it back. 9 to 5 workers, the same thing. Most 9 to 5 workers, especially bankers, because I've been there before. As soon as the salary comes, they have even incurred debts from the previous month, waiting for this month's salary to pay it off, which is very bad. Lack of financial planning. You don't plan your, you don't divide, you don't pay yourself first. You don't keep out 30% to pay yourself to save money and for charity. You spend everything, then hoping that next month the salary will come in again. What if it doesn't come? Have you even thought about that one? What if you were sacked? What if something happened, you have an accident or sickness or whatever, and the salary is not coming again? What would you do? So please, this year you have to plan. Reinvest your money back into your business, back into yourself, into your product. Like I told you earlier, you are your product. So reinvest it back into it. If you're working and over the years you'll be earning money, you don't know where you're investing it, please invest that money in yourself. You can go back to take some courses, you can learn some vocations, you can develop yourself. Self-development is the biggest room so far. Okay, so always try to invest in yourself. He invested back into the business. He's the business, he's the product, so invest in yourself. So the ninth point, which is very very salient for me, was the area of social media. Then the Facebook of a thing wasn't there, but there was a social media, a medium to reach out to the other world, which is television. So he utilized it. Like I said earlier, in some of the clips I watched, then he was still starting up. So there were wooden chairs and there were these TVs on all of them, almost everywhere. And even one of the white lady testified to that, that he was so surprised that it was wooden pews. The chairs were wooden chairs and there were TVs everywhere. You know, wherever you are, those things were just there to reprogram your mind, to put him on your face 24/7. According to a book I was reading here, GoPro, yes, GoPro was talking about how you can program the minds of your prospects to your favor, in the sense that for them to buy from you, that you need to show them your products 7 times. You need to show them. But this time around, he said no, 24 hours a day, 7 times, 7 days in a week, every day he's showing them those videos. There was another one I watched, a lady, where the lady said, he made me to write a statement about myself. Though the statement was very derogatory, he made me to write a statement about myself 400 times. I was like, yay, 400 times. You wrote something on the book. I am this, I am this. The same thing 400 times. What kind of reprogramming is that? Exceptional, right? So that one, I was like, really? So like, for instance, I want to achieve something this year. I will write it 400 times in my book. I think I'll try it. Yeah, I think I will try it. And it's going to work because it works for that lady. It's just simple mind reprogramming. If only you can learn how the human mind works. These things are not magical. These ones are not diabolic. This one is just like reprogramming the mind. So social media was used, television was used all around the place. And even when he went to the Nigerian stations to help him air his programs. Maybe he get a slot for his programs. Okay, let me say every Saturday I want to air my program from this to this. They refused. He went ahead and created his own station, Synagogue Church of All Nations Station, SCOAN TV. He created it, Emmanuel TV. He created it himself. So if people are telling you no to your dreams or your plans, you can go solo. Yes, it's allowed. When your dream, people cannot see your vision, you can go solo. That one is very much allowed. So he utilized the social media. Okay, so he built a team, he built a station rather, that will put him in the world, in out there in the world, 24 hours 7 days a week. So and everybody was programmed to be watching that TV. I remember when I was growing up, there is one man like that I know, him and the wife. Anytime you go to his office, you will see that thing on. Even when they are praying, they will even go and be touching the TV. They'll go and be touching the TV. I was like, what kind of thing is this now? Some days they will pack their things, they're in Owerri then, they will pack their things and travel to Lagos to go and be there live, carry their things for like 1 week. They will not come back. They have gone to Synagogue Church of All Nations. I was like, what kind of powerful reprogramming is this? Every day you come to that office, is Emmanuel TV they are watching. Nothing else, no news, nothing. I was like, wow, what is this? I was so pissed off then. Never knew what was happening until, as I was now growing up, I now saw things. So he built the station strictly for himself and used it to reprogram the minds of his followers. Yes, use it to reprogram their minds that you can't watch any other thing. It's either me or nothing else. Set your minds on Jesus. And he told them it's the Jesus. So set your mind on Jesus. Everything about him, that's what they're watching. Okay? So another point I noticed is this, which is point number 11. When there were a lot of rumors going on, he did this, he did that, he was never disturbed by those rumors. He was never disturbed. So even when you're doing something right, people will talk. When you're doing something wrong, people will still talk. So what he just did was to continue what he was doing because he knows his target. So he keeps moving. So on the positive side, we are supposed to take that part. Whether there's criticism or not, you have to keep your eyes on the goal. You need to be focused. You don't be distracted. It's not everything that you react to. There's one popular content creator we have in Nigeria. I don't want to mention his name. They brought up a post about him and the daughter, and they said a lot of things. People were using it to trend and all that. He came out and he was just silent. We were just videoing him. He was just, He would just be walking about, drinking water. He never responded to those criticisms. I was like, oh, man, this is tight. He never responded when he just kept them silent for 20 or how many minutes. They were just watching to see if he would say something at the end. He never said anything. And imagine the views he got from that alone. Only that one, he will use them first and shine. So they want to see something that would come out of his mouth. He never said anything. And according to him, he says silence is the best answer given to, he put those three dots. So you will complete the dots yourself. Okay, so he never responded to criticism. He was just so undisturbed about it. Yes. So now that's taking us to point number 12. Point number 12 is talking about his charity deeds. Yes, he has to, he does a lot of charity, those his target audience, he made them an offer, he gave gifts, he incentivized them, he paid for school fees of children, he fed the hungry, he bought wheelchairs for these people and all that. He did a lot of give rice gifts, gave money, he did a lot of charity, and people were like, wow, this is truly the man of God. What else can be this except it's not from God? That was what he was using to get his target audience. So there is no way you receive those gifts and you will not come and testify of how good he was. So incentivization, very, very important. So you want to get something from the audience. What are you offering to the audience? Which value are you bringing? What value are you bringing to the table? What are you offering? Or you just want to come and collect, paying your money, paying your money. You're not offering value. So you need to be someone of value. You have to attract that value. The other day I wrote a post on my Facebook wall, and I talked about we speaking the language of money. Money has a particular language, and once you speak that language to someone that understands it, immediately money will be attracted to you. And one of those languages is value. If you are speaking value, money will come. Where are you? And come and locate you. So you have to have something valuable to give. So his CSR was top notch. His charity deeds were top notch. So he invested part of the money into his video, part of the money into charity, because he knows that when he wants to repeat, he will repeat in thousand folds. People will go back to wherever they're coming from and testify, and that will bring more people. More people. And you know what that transcends into, right? Yes, you get the point. So the 13th point is him getting the endorsement of world leaders. Yes, I think I've said that before. When you do something for people, you try to get their testimonials, get their endorsement, let them testify that, oh, I got this pen from Coach Vivian, and since I got this pen, I use it to write my employment letter, and immediately I got the job. I use it to write a letter to my boss, and immediately I was promoted. So this is what people want to hear. Who gave you this pen, Coach Vivian? So do you mean if I go and meet her and get this pen, I will get promotion? And say yes, that is just what they want to hear. So endorsement is very important. So get people that have used your product before to testify about you. Those students that you have trained, get their reviews, post it on your status, let people see that, oh, this thing is working, this person is really true, it will go a long way to help. Okay, so that's getting endorsement to testify that, oh, about you, you're this, you're that. Okay, so the 14th point is he reinvested his income. I think I've said that over and over again, and it will not be overemphasized. You need to really invest in your business. If actually you want to make something out of this year in your business, You need to be all out to invest. Let me cite a simple example. I was sharing with somebody how I was able to be growing my income online. They were like, "What made you to resign?" I said, "Yes, I saw something online that I've not seen before. A situation where I can be at home, I don't need to work all my day out, and my money is just eating my account." We're like, "How?" I said, "It's possible now with Facebook. That you need to do Facebook ad. You have a product, right? Okay, I have a book, The Financial Woman. I need to reach out to a lot of people with my book. And me posting on my Facebook alone, I will just have to talk to my 5,000 friends alone. But with Facebook ad, you can reach out to the world with little money. So you need to invest in Facebook advertisements." We're like, it's expensive." I said, you're not ready yet. If you're going by organic, you will only be talking to your 5,000 friends who, of course, many of them will not even respond to your post. You understand? So you have to use Facebook to reach out to the world, and that was it. The result is massive. There's no expenses you spend on Facebook ads that is a waste. You know why? It has a compounding effect. In fact, it has a ripple effect. If those customers did not buy today, they're already on your list, they're on your email, they're on your DM. You can just be talking about your product every day, and before you know, they will still buy. If they don't buy today, they'll buy tomorrow, they'll buy next week, they'll buy next month. It's a compounding effect. So you need to really invest in ads. So his own ad now, which is taking us to point 15, was investing in videos, investing in testimonial, investing in miracles. Those things were the ones that were paying him. Okay, fine. Another point I got from that documentary was that outsourcing. He outsourced a lot of things. He's a master planner and the masterminder, but he has a team who he assigns jobs to. Someone is in charge of video, someone is in charge of international relations, people that are receiving those from the Western world, the kind of treatment they'll give them, greeting them, smiling with them, taking photos with them. Someone was in charge of writing, someone was writing his books for him. We were writing his books for him, right? Some people were the whites, especially, were in charge of his TV programs. They were the ones doing the interview. They're the ones doing the documentary. They're the ones doing everything. He's just at the back as the masterminder. So he outsourced. You cannot do everything on your own. I keep saying it too. You cannot be the one that will shoot video, edit your video, write your sales copy, do your Facebook ad. You will break down. You will not even have time to concentrate on other important things. So why not just outsource some of them? Like me, I know how to do ads, but I decided to outsource it to a very, very credible somebody that I trust so well. So there are other things I can now do with my time while you outsource it. You understand? So you don't have to like do everything in your like one man business, you run everything. You will break down and you will not even get the best result. And you will not have time self to achieve what you want to achieve because you're trying to figure out everything yourself. So 2024, do a lot of outsourcing. Look at those tasks that are going to be consuming your time and it's not going to bring out your productivity. Outsource those things out and then target those ones that will bring you profits. They say 20 80 rule. 20% of your effort brings in the 80% of income. So target those 20% that you can do. Then the rest 80% outsource it. Then do only the 20% that will give you results. Okay, that's for the outsourcing. Then point number 16 is that he has his team people, his team disciples, report to him on a daily basis, record taking and record keeping. Yes, he has them to report to him. Before you, everything you do in a day, you come and give him reports. You cannot just do without that. I also learned that they don't used to sleep. They only get 2 hours of sleep. So you work almost all around the clock while him sleeps and does everything he does. So record keeping, record keeping, taking stock, taking inventory, checking what your team is doing. It's not that you outsource something and you just go and relax and complain that, oh, after I'm now oga, I'm paying you to do this, so should do it very well, and you go and relax. You need to take your time and go through what you have asked them to do. Did they do it accordingly? If they didn't do it accordingly, they went outside the plan, you redirect them. But this time around, he was so brutal. Sometimes he has to beat them and all that. No, you shouldn't do to that extent. But there's a way you can have a check and balance of all you ask your team to do if it's actually in line. Okay, that's record taking. You should take record whatever you're doing. Like in my house, even if I ask my daughters to do something, I don't just literally leave them to it. I will go and supervise them. Like if I tell them to bait, they may not base properly. I'll say, oh yeah, come, let me smell you. Yeah, raise your armpits, let me see your teeth, let me see your tongue to make sure it thump. And if they didn't do it very well, I'll send them back to the bathroom. So that's like a typical example for that of a mother. Same thing with other things in the house, telling them to wash, sweep, you supervise, you watch until you have known that okay, it's now on auto run. They cannot do it very well without me. Then you cannot entrust them and raise their bar. Like those one, it was from 12 disciples, he raised the bar and became 5 story pillars or so. You understand? They were first disciples before he now fished them out of those disciples. These ones are more loyal, and he fished out 5 persons that he's now using for his personal dealings. So that is how it is. You need to take record. Okay, so number 18, which is he uses disciples to push his business. Wow. So your buyers, those people that have bought from you, don't just after buying say, oh, bye bye, thank you for buying from me. No, you use them to drive the business. They should fetch more people for you. They should go and testify to others and tell them about you. Let them also come and buy. They should share the testimonial with their friends, neighbors. One of them said, when I go to my country, I'm going to tell my brothers, I'm going to tell my sisters to come to Synagogue Church of our nation. I said, okay, now. Are you seeing it? So having convinced that person is a done deal. That's what is called referability. I keep saying it to my students. Referability. When you are reliable, when you do what you're supposed, what you said you're gonna do, when you under promise and over deliver, you're gonna get naturally referability. People will refer others to you. Not even if you don't beg for it, they will do it. Referability. So your reliability will increase your referability. So try this year to do things very well. When someone gives you a deal, give it a done deal. Do it very well. And you find out that it will bring referrals to you. And the sweetest part of business is referability, in the sense that you don't spend money again to acquire these new customers. They're just coming on their own based on recommendation. So it will make you spend less. You're going to spend less and you're going to have massive return. So referability. So work on that. He used that strategy on his disciples, especially those foreign ones that comes in. He treats them so well. He gives them, oh my goodness, I saw the treatment. He paid their flight. He sent a bus to come and pick them. Oh my gosh, the strategy was top notch. So please try to use your disciples to get more disciples. That's referability. Okay. The 19th point is this. He brainwashed them to believe that, okay, they're working for God. They're not working for, they are working for God. So he got cheap labor in building his guest house, the guest house that collapsed. He got cheap labor in building it because it was these disciples of his that built it. Because I saw a video where at night everybody was carrying headpan with cement on their head to build. They were, smoothing the floor. They were the ones that built it. And he wanted it to go higher than what the foundation could take. So I think it didn't go higher, it wouldn't have collapsed, but well, it happened that way. So, but what am I trying to say here? He told them to take the church work as their as a service to God, thereby getting cheap labor for what he's doing. So instead of calling laborers to come and work and he pays them heavily, knowing the kind of massive building, he used the church members to do the work. So in the night, oh yeah, all the lights are on, everybody is working. Everybody is working, telling them they're working. So when you have a team and you're able to make this team feel at home, make them feel at home, make them relax, make them, buy over your idea and push it to them that it is not even my business, it's still your business. And that was the indoctrination I got when I was working in 9 to 5. The indoctrination that you are the warrior, you are the warrior, it's your job, it's your vision, it's your mission, you have to push it. So the indoctrination was like every day we were indoctrinated to recite the corporate mission, vision, core values, and we see ourselves as warriors, that no matter what, a warrior cannot keep down his sword or his or her shield. You always be gallant. you know you can't just on a corporate day you're wearing slippers, you must put on your shoe from 8 o'clock to 9. Your shoe should not go off your leg. You always be on corporate wears. Your hair should be tidy. You speak in an intonation that is that of a white. These were programming that we were programmed to, to make us believe that this business is us. And actually, we took the business like us, and that's why many people are still there. They want to even, their last resort is either retirement or they die there, which is not right. So the bottom line is make them believe that this is their business so that they can build it together with you. Okay. Then the 20th one, the 20th strategy. All right, sorry for that break. All right, so the 20th strategy I have here is about refuser. You know, when he started his Emmanuel TV or Synagogue Church of All Nation TV, he came to the Nigerian TV to for them to air his programs, for them to give him a slot, kind of, so that he can be able to, air his programs. They refused him. Yes. Sometimes you may have a vision, you may have a goal, and you bring it to people to help you, and they refuse you. You shouldn't be disturbed. You can go solo. So he went solo and built his own station. Yes, he built his own station, knowing that he's already building an army of foot soldiers that will watch that station. So he doesn't need to even come to the Nigerian market again. He never needed their endorsements anyway, because he knows that he already has a plan to build a massive foot soldiers that will be glued to that TV 24 hours a day, 7 days, 24 hours, 7 days in a month, in a week. So he went ahead, invested his money, and built his own station. Yes, and built his own station and reprogrammed the mind of his people to be watching that in 24 hours a day, 7 days. That is massive. Say that's massive. That's massive. So when people refuse you, you can go solo. I remember reading a post of one of my mentors online, Choma Ifeanyi. She said when she tried to, put up her courses on one of the Nigerian platforms to be as for people to affiliate for her, the owners of those platforms said no, that the quality control team told her that your product does not meet our quality control standards. So for that reason, we are very sorry. We cannot host your courses on our platform. And she was like kind of devastated. She wanted to know why and all that. But her friend told her, you don't need to be disturbed. Haven't checked this thing yourself. We find out that everything is in order. It meets the standard, and for them not to see it, fine, good. Let us go solo. And she went solo with her product. And today, she have trained over 7,000 people through that her courses. Over 7,000 people who have come out to testify of how this program has been an amazing reality for them. And she was like, she came out recently, I think last year or so, she was like, wow. So if she had allowed this negative talk of the platform owners to, deter her from doing this life wouldn't have been touched. That her greatest, you know, fulfillment was hearing the testimony of these students who have been blessed by her program. So if she had allowed those negativity to weigh her down, she wouldn't have been able to pull through. So these are the 20 learning points I've been able to pick from that documentary. And I want to beg you, I want to implore you. If anyone resonates with you, please run with it immediately. Run with it. If it resonates with you, please run with it. Apply it to your business, to your life, to your goals, whatever you've planned out to do. Apply it immediately and start running with it. And till I come your way next time, I remain Coach Vivian. Please don't forget to subscribe, like my videos, and share it. Bye. Thank you for taking your time.